A bit of a different video as I have the match day vlog from Leicester versus West Ham. Ruud van Nistelrooy's first game as Leicester City boss. It was very exciting, and I feel like Leicester have got themselves a very good manager in the former Manchester United interim gaffer. And here he is, the man himself, Ruud van Nistelrooy. I hate the word aura, but he definitely is tailor-made for a managerial job just by the way he stands on that touchline. Anyway, let's get on to that kickoff. A massive game for both sides. Both teams very desperate for points to get away from that sort of relegation scrap. So it was always going to be a really tight sort of game, but a game with a lot of opportunities and, of course, goals. And it did not take long at all for the major first flashpoint of the game, as Jamie Vardy found himself in behind, and of course when Vardy's in on goal, he's going to score. But it was whether he was onside or offside, so it was a really long VAR check. Both sets of fans were restless next to the away fans, who were giving it large to Vardy for the first 2 minutes of the game. So it was a massive moment. And obviously when Jamie Vardy got the news that he scored, the celebration was absolutely superb. But again, in terms of Van Nistelrooy's impact on this goal, I feel like that's more down towards the individual quality of Vardy, recognising he can get in behind. And the finish was of course pure quality. But really nice to see the Ruud van Nistelrooy era get off to an absolutely flying start. Here is the goal on the screen. Really good finish from Vardy. That's what you're going to get. A clinical number 9 who knows where the back of the net is. Absolutely incredible. Look at this fantastic press, obviously incorporated by Ruud van Nistelrooy. Press high, win the ball high. West Ham do a great job of getting out. And just look at this piece of skill from Kudus though. Sometimes you can't legislate for individual brilliance to get away from your man, top. I'm going to be honest, much of the game was this sort of play from West Ham. Not penetrative enough in that final third. Really slow. Not enough confidence to play that extra pass forward. It was really poor, but they did get a lot of really decent opportunities and should have scored. I think Ruud's game plan was to get those wide players one-on-one with the keeper running in behind West Ham centre-halves. Here is a chance for McAteer, which he should have probably done better with. Vardy's natural ability to run the channels really did make Ruud ball look good, because with the wingers running in behind the centre-halves, it meant that Vardy could really isolate one of West Ham's players. I think that was it pretty much in terms of the first half. West Ham had a couple of chances they probably should have converted. Danny Ings off the post, Souček had a header as well. There was so many different opportunities for West Ham down that end, and I feel like they could have definitely scored a lot more goals. Lopetegui was a bit unlucky with his forwards that they weren't quite with their finishing boots, but I feel like Hermansen of Leicester should definitely get some credit because he was making some absolutely unreal saves. He's a really top goalkeeper, and I feel like the back four in front were really impactful and effective in the first half. Now let's get on to that second half. The second half started pretty poor with chances for West Ham. By the 60th minute, there we go. A goal for Kudus. Leicester doubled their advantage. A really good move. A great finish. I think Kudus was absolutely incredible on the night. I feel like he's a top player. Didn't get the chances under Cooper. But Ruud van Nistelrooy straight away throws him in, and he's showing his quality. He's a fantastic baller, and that was an absolutely incredible finish as well. Someone who really did impress me was number 16 of Leicester, Christensen. He's a really solid left back, to be honest. Every time I've watched him, whether that's on TV or in real life like I did, he's just always got that winger on lock, and it did seem as though that McAteer would come back and help him, but he genuinely dealt with the threat of West Ham's wingers on his own. West Ham would go on to have more shots on goal and more possession, but ultimately Leicester's attacking play was really good. They were really clinical. Here's a beautiful little goal from Bobby Reed. In the end, it was actually disallowed by VAR due to an offside to Buonanotte. But the West Ham fans had pretty much had enough by now. Leicester were really potent on that counter-attack. I think they only had about 8 shots in the whole game. But Ruud van Nistelrooy kind of created an atmosphere where Leicester were more clinical and had better volume of shots within that area of the box. If you wanted more evidence to show how upset West Ham fans were, I think they've got a fantastic following. But have a listen to this. And yes, if you didn't get that, that was West Ham fans singing to their own manager, Lopetegui, that he's getting sacked in the morning. And to be honest, can I really blame them off the back of this performance? Yes, because I feel like they had a lot of opportunities in the game. But football is a results business. Having 31 shots isn't going to ultimately put West Ham with more points on the board. So maybe a new manager should be on their way. It wouldn't even take long till a third goal actually went in, because obviously they called over Reed's goal was chalked tough. So Leicester fans were still celebrating when Patson Daka put the ball into the net. And to be honest, I was very, very happy to see this. I'm a big fan of Daka, fellow countryman of mine. Gets a lot of criticism from Leicester fans, but it was a really, really good finish, really good pace and energy. When he came on, he looked ready. I kind of questioned the substitution, but Van Nistelrooy really got it spot on. Every single substitution he made had a fantastic impact on the game, and that's just fantastic man management and player management from Ruud. And look at how ecstatic he is. It was really a perfect debut afternoon for him. And in a minute, I'm going to show you already Leicester fans have got a chant for him, which is great.
Ruud van Nistelrooy, Nistelrooy, Ruud van Nistelrooy, Ruud van Nistelrooy, Nistelrooy, Ruud van Nistelrooy.
West Ham would eventually get another goal back in the game. Nicholas Frukook from a brilliant corner from Jared Bowen, but obviously it wasn't going to be enough. All in all, Ruud van Nistelrooy, the perfect start, showed signs of attacking brilliance in those wide areas. McAteer had some sort of an impact in the game. Vardy was running the channels really well. Daka came on and ran the channels really well. You can see the sort of philosophy he wants as well with the press. I would say that Leicester fans were a bit restless when it came to the possession style sort of football that Van Nistelrooy wants to play. So I would say to them, just bear with it. Ruud has a plan. He has a method. He has a way of playing. And it might take some time to get used to. But trust in him, it's going to be a good, fun ride. But until next time, peace.